We are pleased to offer at our July sales an exciting array of the very finest Chinese art spanning 5,000 years and all the richness of materials that China is known for, from jade to lacquer, hardwood, metal, and of course porcelain. The pièce de résistance of the sale is the magnificent Garner Reticulated Enameled Vase, which was lost, so to speak, for the last 70 years and has only recently been found again in a remote country house in Central Europe. The vase represents the culmination of centuries of ingenuity in the arts of China and carries with it China's glorious past, with multiple references to ancient works of art, as well as the styles important from the European courts that were in vogue at the time at the court of Emperor Qianlong. Reticulated vases of this type were a technical tour de force that was only attempted under the stewardship of Tang Ying, the eminent kiln supervisor who produced such pieces in very limited quantities only during the 7th and 8th year of the Qianlong reign. The production of the present vase is traceable in the Imperial Archives to the 7th year of the reign in 1742. The vase was last offered on the market at Sotheby's in London in 1954 when it hailed from the Garner collection, the celebrated mathematician and Chinese art scholar. It then entered the collection of the great Dutch collector Henry Knight, who kept it until his death in 1970 and then passed it on in the family. Our theme sale, entitled Monochrome, will celebrate the timeless, understated and elegant aesthetic that pervades the arts of China over the millennia, with a small selection of exceptional archaic jades made for ritual, bronzes, Song Dynasty ceramics, and Ming Dynasty Huanghuali furniture. Of particular note, we're presenting one of the finest and largest cinnabar lacquer boxes ever to have been produced for the Yongle Emperor in the early 15th century. The box is masterfully carved with pomegranate flowers and is one of only 4 known boxes of this particular size and quality. The other 3 are kept in museums in Japan and Taiwan. To celebrate the great London Chinese porcelain dealer Richard Marchant's retirement from business and the advent of the 4th generation of Marchant dealers, we are offering 50 pieces of Qing Imperial porcelain, emblematic of the firm's exacting standards for quality and condition. One of the highlights is an exceedingly fine blue and white vase of the Qianlong period, painted in brilliant tones of cobalt blue with Ming-inspired floral scrolls. One of our most important pieces this season is a Cloisonné enamel so-called monk's cap Ewer, made for ritual use at the court of the Yongle or Xuande Emperor, or as imperial tribute to a high-ranking lama. It may have, once upon a time, been used to pour buttered tea. Monk's cap Ewers of this type were produced in great numbers in porcelain, but in Cloisonné, a very costly and time-consuming technique, only 2, including the present example, are known to have survived. The other known example is kept in Lhasa, Tibet. These are only a few of the many treasures of Chinese art that we'll be presenting, and do please go to our website to find out more about our sale. If you are in Hong Kong in July, do come to the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Center, where we'll be open for exhibition from July 5th onwards, ahead of our sales on July 11th. Thank you.